Tonight's big story, an I-Team exclusive. Violent criminals are being released into the community, and a state board in charge of making that decision has no oversight. Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Rachel Cole.
Alongside Mitch Carr, Mark and Caribe have the night off. As you can imagine, this type of release is not sitting well with families of the victims, and now they are calling for more accountability. Team 12's William Pitts has the story.
Is a murderer ready to be released? Gavin McFarland killed 2 people at a strip club in 2010. He told police just to see if he could. He pleaded guilty, except insane, meaning he went to the Arizona State Hospital, not prison.
Sadness, frustration. I remember when the prosecutor was trying to explain that he was going to be GEI, and I just started, that's when I broke down, I think, the hardest over this whole entire case.
One of the victims, Adam Cooley, a bouncer. Frustration turned to anger earlier this year, as the group in charge of McFarland's arrest began considering the question, was he ready for conditional release? The first small steps toward living on his own.
He is dangerous. His crimes escalated to murdering 2 people. He was sentenced under ARS 13704, the Dangerous Offender Sentencing Statute. Judge Stevens said his crimes were dangerous. Does this facility need more blood on their hands? Will you ever have clear and convincing evidence Mr. McFarland is no longer dangerous?
The Psychiatric Security Review Board is the final word on what happens to people found guilty except insane in the state hospital. They listen to recommendations from the state hospital and determine if a patient is well enough to get released. The PSRB supervises 113 people. According to the most recent annual report, 97 of them are in the Arizona State Hospital, and 32 are on some sort of conditional release. Anything from short field trips outside the hospital to living on their own. And of those 113 people, 54 were convicted of murder.
How is he going to react to my officers? Is he going to be cooperative with my officers? Is he going to be hostile towards my officers?
Actually, I don't know, because right now he's kind of violent.
Christopher Lambeth was arrested in April for allegedly killing his housemate, but he had previously killed his grandparents in Tucson in 2005. He was found guilty except insane and sentenced to 25 to life in the state hospital, but was let out to live in a group home.
It was absolutely our worst nightmare. I read that and I went, oh my gosh, this is what we're dealing with.
Lambeth's case brought everything back for Adam Cooley's family. They fought during the hearing against giving McFarland any freedoms at all. After all, he had just been before the board 6 months earlier for the same thing. The county attorney even accused the hospital of copying and pasting reports.
There's very little difference. The first section is exactly the same. The second section is exactly the same.
The hospital denied that, saying those sections rarely change anyway. In the end, the board decided not to give McFarland any conditional release, yet. But McFarland's case will come up for review again and bring back the pain of losing Adam.
I don't really like to think about that because he was so quiet, and the chaos surrounding his death really hurts my heart because he didn't live his life in chaos.
The PSRB members never responded to our request for comment. This is a small part of our larger investigation called Something is Broken, examining the PSRB, which will dissolve in the next year and a half. You can find that longer piece on 12news.com and the 12 News YouTube page. William Pitts, 12 News.